I'm so glad I'm past the days where people dare me to do something and I want to do it, where I want to prove people like, oh, I can do it. I've honestly, truly never been a thrill seeker, but I don't know what possessed me to do this specific thing that I did this day. But when I tell you, I will never do it again. So this was back in high school, and we were, it was a me and a few of my classmates. We had went on a class trip. We had went up to um, upstate PA. And we were, just, I guess, just doing what high schoolers do, just chit chatting and stuff like that. And I had to be about maybe 16, maybe 16, 17. And so in the pool that we had, it was a diving, I don't know what, not a diving board, but what is it called? A diving ladder. I don't know what the highest feet, I don't know. I don't know what the highest feet of it, but it was tall. It was tall. It was really, really high up. For some reason, I want to say it was like maybe it was high. It was like, oh, do I want to say 50 feet? I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to look it up. It might not be 50 feet, but it was high. It was really, really high. So we're all looking, right? And everybody's saying, oh, yeah, can't nobody jump off that. Can't nobody jump off that. And I'm like, I don't know why I do this thing, but I do this thing where it's like, oh, nobody wants to try it. I'll try it. I'll do it. I'll try it. I don't really think, I think when it comes to me, I'm more so, okay, if nobody else wants to do it, I'll do it. Like, if you have to give like a speech or something and nobody else wants to do it, like, I'll do it. Like, I'm that type of person, because I'm like, at the end of the day, it's not that big a deal. It's just you do it and you get it over with, right? So I think they're saying, oh, nobody can do that. Nobody can do that. And I think maybe I just want to maybe show off a little bit. Like, yeah, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I guess your typical average teenager things. And it's so funny because, I know a lot of people look back on their teenage years with fondness and be like, oh, yeah, the good old days. And I miss when I did that. And I miss when I had this. And, oh, yeah, my high school days. I don't. I don't. I look back and be like, damn, I wish I was that young again. Like, if I had the chance to maybe do things over again, and I'm sure everybody says that, right? But I just would do things differently if I went back to that age I was at, that high school age. But would I do school over again? Hell no. Oh my God. High school was one of the worst experiences for me. So, shout out to you if you had a better high school experience. So, everyone's talking there like, oh yeah, nobody can jump off that. Nobody can jump off that. Now, these are, I don't want to say professional divers, but these are like collegiate level divers. So they know what they're doing when they're diving off these tall ass diving ladders. I don't know what they call it, but they had like different pillars. So it was like I don't know, I guess it was like a 10 feet one, and then like a 20 feet one, and maybe, I don't know, 15 feet one. So it was different levels to it, right? So my dumb ass, so everyone's like, oh yeah, nobody can jump off the top. Nobody can jump off the top. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. And they're like, no, you can't. And I'm like, okay, bet. So I get out the pool. Oh my gosh, I was crazy. So I get out the pool, walk up the ladder, and as I'm walking up the ladder, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like, ooh. granted, this is because when you see it, right, from a distance, it doesn't look too bad. But when you start to get up close, you're like, okay, wait a minute. This is getting kind of tall. This is getting kind of, oh, I can't do it. So I'm like, okay, so they dare me to jump off the highest one, but I said, you know what? No, I'll do the one that's second to lowest. So I think that one might have been, I don't know, let's say it's 40. I'm telling you, it was tall. So whatever the highest diving jump off ledge was, I did the one right under it. So I go up there, I walk up there, and I look down. And I think to this day, that's what triggers my fear of heights. And I look down and I'm like, oh, I start to get a little queasy. But I'm like, I can't back out now, you know? I can't back out now. I'm already here. I already, pumped myself up. And I can't go out looking crazy. So, oh my God, just thinking back to it just makes me, oh, it was so scary. So I just do it. I jump into the pool, and I tell you, that was one of the longest, I feel like one of the longest times I was in the air. Like, I tell you, like, when I jumped down, and it felt like the fall was never ending. I'm like, oh my God, like, when am I going to hit the water? And when I hit the water, it wasn't too bad, but I'm used to jumping in the pools, but when I hit the water, I felt like I went extremely deep. And I think it was like, and I know the diver's side is like extremely deep. So I think it was like maybe 10, 13 feet or something like that. And I'm used to swimming. But the lifeguard was there, everything. So everything was fine. I was safe. I did it. But when I tell you, I would never do it again. And like, that's what I say, even to this day, it's hard for me to like look over roofs because I start to get very, very, very anxious. It's hard for me to just be somewhere where it's height. Like me, I know people, like when people go to those carnivals, they do that. Like in that one scene in Selena. And it was like, Selena, you're not going to do that bungee jumping cord. She's like, watch me. That's kind of how it was. That's kind of how it felt. And I would never want to do that. My stomach was in knots. And I swear that is one of the scariest things that I've ever done. So that's really it for today's story. Let me know what is like one of the scariest things that you guys have ever done. And have you guys, for people who are not professional divers, have you ever have you ever jumped off of one of the diving, I guess it's called the diving podiums. So let me know down below, and thank you for watching. Bye.